What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to talk about Batman Detective Comics, issue number 1100. Hard to believe we're at issue 1100 in terms of Detective Comics. I remember when issue 1000 came out, not like just a few years ago. It's kind of crazy to see how much time flies by. I actually own that physical copy, and I also have a big poster from Detective Comics, issue number 1100. Excuse me. But yeah, we're already 100 issues into it since that started, so it's been kind of crazy to see how much has changed over the past several years and all that too. But overall consensus, I quite enjoyed this thing. It's basically got 4 storylines in it. The first one, written by Taylor and Mikel Janín, is one of the best things I think Tom Taylor has written since being at DC. I don't know about you all, but it's a silent issue, and it really kind of spoke to me. We have this kid who just lost his dog. Simple one-shot, really effective. Got to see some of the best qualities of Batman, the detective aspects, the heroic, and the kind, compassionate bit. We just have this deaf kid who lost his dog Buster because some assholes kind of were ripping on him and all that too, and he just put a little word out there and he's trying to get Batman to find it. Batman saves his life, and Batman sees something missing here, and he's going to help find this lost pet for this kid. I mean, he's got all this other stuff to worry about, but sometimes you got to help kids when they need it most. Even if it's something that seems kind of small, that's something a hero just does. So Batman takes something from it. He gets his dog Ace to investigate, finds the people responsible, beats the living piss out of them, and rescues the dog and gets it back to the kid. And even the kid, because he had put in a little $6 reward there, grabs the little change he had there to give it to Batman. And I don't know about you, but that kind of got me a little choked up right there. And it just visually looks really nice, and there's just something warm and really heartwarming about that. And then, of course, when they have the lost and found things, he has a little banner for every single one that they found together between him and Ace. That was such a touching little storyline about Batman helping this deaf kid be reunited with his dog, and it reminded me why I love superheroes so much. So I think this is one of the best things I've ever read from Tom Taylor. It's a simple one-shot within the pages of this thing. It was touching, it was emotional, no dialogue, complete visual storytelling. I thought this was absolutely an excellent storyline. It just, like I said, it got me a little choked up thinking about it. There was like an inherent sweetness to it that we don't get to see all that often with Batman, and those are the times when we get it where it counts. It just felt really genuine and touching. So kudos to Tom Taylor and Mikel Janín. The artwork looks great, and just to visually tell that storyline like that, and it just was effective. It wasn't plagued by jokes or anything like that. There was just a sweetness to it, and I'm just like, that was really nice. So, and then the second storyline, which was written by Mariko Tamaki, artists, a lot of different people on it. So this is a storyline about Bruce and Batman, the different dueling roles of it. He goes to a charity event, and he kind of cut up his hand, so he has it all bandaged up. He got there kind of late, and he had a huge donation. And he has to sit down with some different newspaper people or something, and they're questioning why he's here, and I guess all you do is just donate and all that. But in reality, he was off saving one of the women who ends up getting an award presented to her later on in the evening. So just to showcase that, yeah, he's donating things as Bruce Wayne, but he's doing a lot of stuff as Batman. Artwork is pretty good overall, pretty decent, but I think that first storyline was just so powerful and effective. Then we get the third storyline. This is the Knife and Gun Club. This is written by GregRucka with Álvaro Martínez Bueno as the artist. And this tells a story about, nurse doctors and that, talking about how difficult it is in Gotham. It's just kind of an endless bit of people coming in at nighttime with all the injuries and blood and all that. And one of them thinks Batman is kind of responsible for a lot of stuff. And yeah, he does send criminals to the hospital compared to where it used to be, where it was the gun and knife show. As the other nurse doctor here explains, it used to be a little bit differently until Batman showed up, and now people are just kind of put off the streets, but they don't really die per se. So, and then by the end of it, kind of changed their tune on it. And then we also see that this nurse doctor was helping Batman with some of his injuries earlier on, and there's I kind of like those moments between Batman and different civilians where they try to help him out in different instances because he's earned their trust over years of saving lives in that too. So it was a nice little moment. And then lastly, we have Dan Waters and Bill Sienkiewicz. This one's called The Fall. This one was just kind of strange. I don't think the artwork's quite as strong. It's a little bit more abstract, but that's Dan Waters for you. It's going to get into I don't know. This one's just about Batman trying to rescue somebody who's falling, and I don't know for sure if they necessarily made it or not, but that's just kind of it. I don't know. This last storyline felt like we didn't really need it. It's only a few pages, but it didn't do anything to kind of wow me or anything like that. I just think the first storyline is so good that this issue is worth checking out, mostly for that one. That one because it's all non-verbal visual storytelling. Well, I mean, there's still, if you count sign language as a form of communication, then there's that. But I just think the way everything was handled in that first thing was just so good. And to me, it's that storyline that makes the issue all worth it. And yeah, there's some good stuff within, storylines 2 and 3, but 4 was just kind of whatever. It didn't really need to be there. You could have probably cut that and save $1 or something, and kept just the 3 storylines would have been fine. But that first one by Taylor and that was just really exceptional. So I'm giving this one a big thumbs up for me, mostly for that first storyline. Storylines 2 and 3 are totally fine, and they got some good moments to them as well. But that first one was just so solid and one of my favorite things that I've read from Tom Taylor. So I think it's worth checking out just for that thing. And like I said, it's nice to be kind of giddy over a comic book issue. And yeah, this doesn't tie into any major arcs or anything like that. It's more of an anthology thing. But I think that one captured the kindness of Batman so well. And it was simple and effective that I really liked it. So there you go. There's my thoughts on Detective Comics issue number 1100. What did you think of it? Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to your channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications, all that fun stuff. I'll be back again tomorrow with more comic book reviews, so look forward to all of that stuff. I'm all officially caught up. So as always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.